Yeah, once again, this is kind of more DEI, diversity inclusion kind of overtaking games. Microsoft cautions developers to avoid curvy female characters. I guess the Stellar Blade has kind of gotten the rumblings going. Microsoft urges developers not to create female characters with exaggerated body proportions, as opposed to Kratos. Like, people don't want to play as fat guys in wheelchairs. They want to play as the best looking people that look like they could do what they're doing in the video games. Like, they don't want, like, although the Stellar Blade does have some exaggerated physics, if you know what I mean. But people don't want to, they're attracted. Like, there's a reason why main characters look the way they do. It's because it's what we're attracted to. Nobody wants to see a fat person with blue hair stumble around. It's a fantasy. They're trying to imagine themselves. The site title Product Inclusion Action Help Customers Feel Seen includes a bullet list of considerations they urge developers to make when working on their product. Customers feel seen, but having a character look a certain way, I don't know if it's different for girls, but I don't imagine myself as that character. Like, if I'm playing Kratos, I don't think I'm Kratos. I'm enjoying and consuming that story of that person, not imagining myself. And also, if you're going to fantasize, why the hell would you imagine yourself as you are? You would imagine yourself as better, Like, I don't think people genuinely have issues with how Kane characters look. I think they're taught that it's a bad thing. I think they're gaslit into thinking that somebody like this chick here is wrong. It's wrong that you have a pretty chick. Because the idea is, like, anything that guys like is the crux, is the base of really the whole point of disliking something like this. And anything that guys like is exploitative or wrong. It's just kind of stupid. That's kind of how the level of politics has gotten. Are you unnecessarily introducing gender and gender barriers into your code or design? Well, what the hell are you talking about? Gender, you're you're a guy or a girl. What the fuck are you supposed to do? What else is there but women and men? I don't know what gender barriers like. So women, I guess the men are stronger thing, I think, is maybe gender barriers, is what they mean by that. Which any character in a video game is going to be insanely overpowered. Like, there is no such thing as a gender barrier in a video game, because everybody's superhero in a video game. So that's stupid. Are you creating playable female characters that are equal in skill and ability to their male peers? Are your female characters equipped with clothing and armor that fits their tasks? Do they have exaggerated body proportions? Who cares? If you can attract somebody, which men are kind of stupid, and they have a programming that makes them attracted to these things, use it. If anything, it's exploitative of men to have sexy women. Also, equipped with clothing and armor that fit their tasks. They're so worried about, and it's all about, yeah, this is so stupid. Basically, it's like, if you have men men have to be sensitive, and you have to demonize anything that a man might like in a woman, because toxic masculinity. That's the point of these 3 bullet points, which is so stupid. Yeah, it's so dumb to worry about this stuff. Make a good story, make convincing characters. Don't worry about sensitivity of what, like, the people they're worried about is like 0.1%. Like, you don't make a game for everybody. You make a game for the people that like your game. Having to worry about pedantic shit like this just takes away attention from making a good story. Stellar Blade, our protagonist Eve body figure, was actually based on a 3D scan of Korean model Shin Jae-in. Stellar Blade currently has a release window scheduled for 2024. Yeah, you can't say that it's unrealistic when it's based off of a real woman, you know? Like, yeah, you might be a fatty, you might be heavy, you might be ugly, but that doesn't mean that inclusion of pretty people in video games or media is unrealistic. There are women that look like that. There are men that look like Kratos. Okay, it's fine. And the one thing is there nobody's bitching about the inclusion of Kratos being a, man meat. It's only one direction. Gamers have been more vigilant in recent weeks following an attempted harassment campaign initiated by an employee of Sweet Baby Inc. against a Steam curator and has personal account. The controversy has spilled. Yeah, this is everybody's like, oh, it's Gamergate too, and it's like, it's stupid. Like, the reaction to Baby Inc. was dumb. The amount of control that one company and influence actually has is probably very small. Most people were mad because she was saying, we make their lives hell if they don't do what we say. And that's stupid and wrong. Basically, her rhetoric and her supposed actions and tactics are gross. Don't attack people because they disagree with you. That's dumb. You can criticize them, but don't attack them. And most online harassment amounts to everybody saying you're stupid. And that's not harassment. You're on the internet, you're talking to 4 billion people. Like, most internet harassment is not it's not targeted, which the Sweet Baby Inc. Melissa Mercante idiots, they actually did target not just the group, but that individual that created the group. And so often you find that the harassment is complained about by one side, but it often comes mostly from self-righteous douchebags. Like, they'll complain about harassment, but then they'll sick entire activist groups on people just because they disagree with them. Not even because their actions, just because their idea, they don't agree with them, and you don't think how I think, therefore you are a bad person.